Alright guys, welcome back to the 96th episode of this review series where I review everything in Fortnite Save the World. For this episode, I'm going to be doing a review on the Nocturno. I'll be showing you the best perks, the best hero loadout, and some gameplay. Let's get into it. Alright, first for perks I put on it. For this first one, you can either put reload speed, durability, magazine size, weapon stability, or damage. And with the main perk dealing with reloading, doing that big explosion, that's just crazy damage, I of course went with reload speed since it just makes it a lot quicker. And then durability is just like a waste of time since whenever the weapon's durability gets low, you could just make a new one instead of just wasting a perk on a durability. And then magazine size is counterintuitive because you're not going to be using the full magazine. You're going to be like hitting an enemy and then reloading, and you're just going to be doing that the whole time. And then weapon stability isn't needed if you like, it just helps with controlling the recoil. But like if it's the first shot, you got the first shot accuracy, and then you won't even need that weapon stability. And then damage is not even on par with reloading. Like, it's just not comparable to that. And then for this next one, we got crit rating, crit damage, headshot damage, or magazine size. And headshot damage is not good, because if you're aiming for the head, then it's taking more time to kill the enemy, meaning they could like pile up on you, or like sometimes you can miss a headshot and then that it's just you're not using it to the full potential. So I just went with a crit build, because crit build, I think it helps with the explosion. I haven't tested it because I'm not trying to waste my reperk, and this is just an insane gun anyway. So I just went with a crit rating. And then we got, for the element, water, energy, fire, nature, or physical. And normally I would go with energy for like any weapon in the game, but for this weapon specifically, the Nocturno, I went with water because for some reason it's kind of bugged right now, where whenever you do the explosion, it does a ton more damage compared to all the other elements. And if you wanted to use other elements, I don't know why you would. Fire is good against nature enemies, nature is good against water enemies, and water is good against everything with this bug. And then physical is good against enemies with no element, and energy is good against enemies with any element, except it does less damage to the elemental enemies. So just go water with the Nocturno. It's just a waste if you don't go with water. And then for the next one, we got crit damage, fire rate, or mag size. And fire rate isn't really needed. Like, the commander hero that I'm using already buffs the fire rate, so you don't really need that. And then also I'm going with the crit build, so of course I went with the crit damage. And for this next one, we got crit damage to afflicted targets, magazine size, or headshot damage. And this weapon doesn't afflict targets anymore, so this damage to afflicted targets will be completely useless. So yeah, I just went with the crit damage again. But anyway, let's get on to the hero loadout. Alright, now for the hero loadout. For the commander, I'm using Skull Ranger Ramirez. You can also use Skull Trooper Jonesy because he does the same thing. And what that is Locked and Reloaded Plus, after reloading, increases weapon damage by 15% and fire rate by 35% for 5 seconds. Switching weapons removes the buff. And the increased damage with the reload is like, it's not important because the explosion damage from this weapon's special perk is the main damage of this weapon. So just don't even worry about the damage of any of these. And then with the fire rate, whenever you reload, you get extra fire rate. So that means like if there's a big horde, you could hit all of them like once with an increased fire rate, and then just reload and they're all dead. And it's really good. And then for the rest of this, you can really use whatever, but I'm gonna keep going on about what I am using. The team perk Blast from the Past removes all shield and increases max health by 200% and requires 2 dinosaur heroes. And this is really good because you just have so much health and you're not gonna die anyway, but with this you're just enforcing that you're never gonna die. And then with the support team, Saurian Might from Rex Jonesy, every 1 second adds 3% of current health to damage of next ranged weapon hit. So what this means is the higher your health, the more damage you do. And as I said before, all these damage perks aren't important at all. So then next we got Saurian Hide from Prehistoric Izza. While shield is depleted, increases armor by 33, just making it like more enforced that you're never gonna die. Survivalist from Survivalist Jonesy or Birthday Brigade Jonesy, and they both do the same thing, and what that is eliminations heal you for 39 base health over 3 seconds. Duration refreshes with additional eliminations. So every kill you get more health back, and it's just pretty cool. You're just further enforcing that you're just never gonna die, because you're constantly killing stuff with this. That explosion is just insane. Doing out assault crit damage from Tactical Assault Sledgehammer, and what he does is increases assault and SMG critical damage by 75%. SMG bonus does not stack with Make It Count. And I don't know if crit affects the explosion, either doing more or less damage based on if you hit a crit. But if it does, then this will just be a lot more damage. And it's not like you even need that more damage. It's just, it's still really good, even if you don't use him. And then we got Assault Damage from Rescue Trooper Ramirez or Rescue Trooper Havoc. And what they both do is increases assault and SMG damage by 17%. SMG bonus does not stack with hip shot. But anyway, let's get on to the gameplay. The gameplay we're seeing in the background is a part of level 132 mission, and I was joined with 4 other people. But anyway, first let's talk about this weapon's special perk, which is hitting an enemy with this weapon marks them as a target, stacking with each hit. Upon reload, each marked target explodes in a 0.5 tower radius, dealing 65% of weapon damage dealt per mark applied, and removes all marks from the target. So what this means is you can basically hit an enemy as much as you want, and if it dies or if you reload, then it'll explode, and then enemies around it will also explode. If you got the water element, you gotta make sure you have the water element for this to work completely. So with the water element, then it'll leech onto the other targets around it, and then just keep exploding everywhere, and it just does so much damage. Like, I tried this against the Mythic Storm King mini boss that constantly spawns, that smasher with like a ton of health. And like, you just spray it down with a couple bullets, reload, and it's just insta-dead. It's just such a crazy weapon. It's just, like, it's so insane how this weapon is. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, just hit an enemy, if it dies, boom, it exploded. If it doesn't die, then just reload, and it's just crazy. Like, smashers, one shot, blasters, one shot, anything is just a one shot if you hit it and then reload. It's an insane weapon. Like, make sure if one of your friends have it, or if you have it, just perk it up. And like, you need a ton of these, because if Epic fixes this, I don't think they would fix the actual item in your inventory. I think they would only fix the schematic. So if they fix it, make sure you have a ton stockpiled. And if they fix like the item in your inventory, then at least you tried. But anyway guys, if you enjoyed, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications, because I will be doing a review video like this every day this month. And also like, comment, and share so that more people can see my videos. But anyway guys, I'll see you next time.